There's something strange about the way we experience reality. It feels solid, obvious, even automatic. But beneath that feeling is something else. Something most people never notice because they never slow down enough to see it. Every thought you have, every emotion, every reaction, all of it is built on assumptions you never chose. You assume that what you see is real. You assume that how you feel is true. And you assume that the way the world appears to you is just the way it is. But it's not. Your mind is filtering everything, deciding what matters, what doesn't, what's safe, what's dangerous. It builds a version of reality based on memory, fear, emotion, and habit, and then convinces you that this version is truth. But what happens if you pause? Not to meditate, not to force stillness, but just to notice. That moment right before you react, when you catch yourself about to complain, or worry, or judge. In that pause, there's a crack in the illusion. And for a second, you realize, this isn't reality. It's a script you've been running without realizing it. You don't control the outside world, but you absolutely shape how real it feels to you. And that's where control begins, not with what happens, but with how you experience what happens. To really understand what we just explored, we need to sit with the idea that our reality doesn't change because we're unaware of the subtle ways we react to it. It's not about controlling the external world. It's about noticing how the world changes shape based on where our attention goes. Most people hear that and still think it means visualizing something and forcing it into existence. But it's not that. It's more about how your inner world silently teaches the outer world how to treat you. You train reality not with what you say out loud, but with what you believe in silence, what you tolerate, what you expect, and what you consistently focus on when no one's watching. For example, if you constantly carry the thought that you're not safe, your body adjusts, your mind filters reality through that lens, and suddenly everything looks like a threat, even if nothing changed outside you. It's not that life got more dangerous, it's that your mind narrowed the lens until danger was all it could see. This is how you create a reality that reflects what you're already carrying. To make this even clearer, let's look at a simple story. There's a man who worked at a job he hated. Every day he told himself, "I'm trapped here. I have no choice." But he never actually tried to leave. He never sent out applications, never updated his resume, never even asked himself what he wanted to do instead. He just stayed stuck looping the same thought. "I hate this." One day, a new co-worker joined the team, cheerful, driven, and oddly calm. That guy didn't like the job either, but he wasn't bothered by it. He saw it as temporary, something that served a purpose while he worked on his real goals in the evenings. Within months, the new guy left for a better role. The first man was still there, still telling himself he had no options. What happened here? They were in the same place, same job, same conditions, but their inner environments shaped their paths completely differently. The first guy gave all his power away to the outside world, waiting for it to set him free. The second one adjusted his inner world, and the outer one followed. Reality didn't change for them because of luck or timing. It changed because of focus, because one of them aligned his attention with where he wanted to go instead of where he was stuck. And that's the point of this drill. You shift your reality not by wishing it away, but by recognizing what you're feeding with your thoughts, your emotions, and your patterns. If you keep energizing the version of you who feels powerless, the reality around you will keep echoing that powerlessness. But if you train yourself to respond from the version of you who already sees the bigger picture, your world slowly, quietly, starts to change. Controlling your reality doesn't mean controlling every detail. It means choosing how you respond when things happen, what you make them mean, and who you let yourself become in the process. Which version of you is your reality currently listening to? Because whether you notice it or not, your mind is always teaching your world how to behave. There's something most people miss when they try to take control of their lives. They focus so much on their actions, what they say, what they do, what they want, but they ignore the tone behind it all. And reality doesn't respond to what you're trying to do. It responds to the tone you're doing it with. You can say all the right words and still feel unheard. You can try all the right steps and still feel stuck. That's because your reality doesn't just reflect what you do, it reflects who you are while you're doing it. And if there's internal doubt, tension, or fear under the surface, that becomes the actual message you're sending out. Now here's where things get interesting. Up until now, you might have felt like life has been testing you, testing your patience, your limits, your mindset. But this time, you approach it from the other side. Try testing reality back. Here's what I mean. For the next 48 hours, act like the version of you who already broke the loop. Speak like them. Walk like them. Make choices as if you already stepped into the reality you've been waiting for. No matter how small or quiet the moment is, carry yourself like someone who's already there. Then, don't look for results. Just observe. Watch how people respond. Watch how your energy shifts. Watch how reality slowly starts mirroring this new frequency you're playing with. You're not pretending, you're showing life who's in charge now. And waiting to see how it reacts when you move first. That's when reality listens differently. Not because you forced it, but because you became someone it had no choice but to respond to. So, if you're accepting this challenge, drop a sun emoji in the comments so I know you're in. You don't need to force anything. Just show up as if it's already yours and let the world catch up to you.